right, ladies and gents, okay, welcome to our onlining digital platform. Okay, this is our first lesson for grade 11 AP Maths. Now, just first of all, to let you know about the program itself, we're in a comfortable position in our syllabus, guys. So I've decided that for the first couple of weeks, because it's quite new for us, this whole OneNote and all that stuff. And I know things are not easy and you might not have enough phones or laptops or space in your own houses. I just decided to slow down a bit. So if we're in a normal week, we have 2 lessons. In terms of material, in the next couple of weeks, I'm only going to give you once a week. Okay? Just to ease up. Hopefully we'll come back to school in 2-3 weeks' time. But if we don't and we stay online, then I will have to go back to normal pace. Okay? So, first of all, or secondly, thank you very much for sending all your tasks. I've marked them. You should have got your mark. Yeah, they're all looking pretty good. Okay? We will do a test at some point. At this point, I'm kind of holding on to. I'm hoping that we'll come back to school in 3 weeks, and then we'll do the test about the same material. But if we're still online, then I will have to send you another task. We will make a decision later. Okay, so today we're going to do absolute values inequalities using graph. We're in exercise 4.6. So let's have a look at this absolute value inequality. Okay, let me just put this line here. So we've got x plus 4, absolute value of it, smaller or equal to 6. Now we've done stuff like that. And what we said is that this line can be written as 2 lines. It can be written as x plus 4 smaller equal to 6, okay? Or, at the same time, x plus 4 is larger or equal to minus 6. Okay? And then I have to solve each one of them separately. Okay, so I can say, okay, x plus 4 smaller equal to 6, meaning x smaller equal to 2. And on the left side, I can say, okay, x plus 4 larger equal to minus 6. That means x is larger than or equal to minus 10. And then I combine these 2 together. What do they say? It tells us that x is larger equal to minus 10 or smaller equal to 2. Okay, so that's how we learn how to do it. Now we're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to use graphs. Okay? In this specific example, you could solve it algebraically. That's not a problem. But in our second example, graph will be much easier. Okay? So let's get rid of that. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at both sides. In each side, I'll turn into a function. What does that mean? So I'll say, okay, this one is basically y equal x plus 4 in absolute value. Okay? And this side will simply be y equals 6. Okay? Now, what we're going to do now is going to try and plot both of these graphs. Okay? So I'm going to draw an x and y axis, Cartesian axis. And I'll start, let's put some color here. Okay, so y equals 6 in blue. And we'll start with that because that's easy, isn't it? That's a horizontal line crossing here at 6. That's y equals 6. Okay? Now, what about x plus 4 in absolute value? We've drawn these graphs, okay, before. We know it's a V graph, isn't it? It's a V graph facing up because this is positive, okay? And we know that the salient point is where this business is 0, which is x equal minus 4. So we're going to draw minus 4 here. And I know that I've got a little point, crossovers here. Okay? Now, what's the question? The question is, when is this left side smaller than right side? So in other words, if I translate this question into graph, I'm asking myself, when is the black graph below the blue graph, which is between these 2 areas. Okay? Between these two values of x. So all I have to do is find out where these graphs cross each other. Okay? That's all I got to do. Okay? So, we know that on this side is simply y equal x plus 4. Okay? Y equal x plus 4. Where I know on this side, it's y equal minus x plus 4, where I have brackets here. In other words, y equal minus x minus 4. Okay? And I need to equate it to 6 and find the intercept. Well, not the intercept, where these lines cross each other. Okay? So I'm going to write down x plus 4 equals 6. That means x equals 2. Okay? You can see I didn't really draw it very nice. Why did I not draw it nice? Can you see the problem here? Okay? They meet each other at x equals 2. Check out where I put the horizontal, where I put the y line. Obviously that can't be right. This is 2. And what I'm going to have to very quickly do now is draw the y-axis somewhere here. Okay? Now I'm done. Now it's all sorted. Okay? And then the other option is that this is going to be equal to 6. In other words, x equal minus 10, which is here. Okay? And then, remind you, what we need to find out is when is the black graph below the blue graph. So the region is simply larger or equal to minus 10, smaller or equal to 2. Okay? Now you think, hang on, it took us like double the amount of time. We could have solved it algebraically. You're right, okay? That kind of question, I wouldn't draw a graph. But why are we learning that? Well, 2 reasons. First of all, our next example will be one where it's going to be quite difficult to solve it algebraically. Secondly, we learned a skill here. We use graphs to solve that problem. And I can tell you, forget about AP maths. In normal maths, you will have to use, there are always 1 or 2 questions in the matric paper where it makes you kind of, the problem demands that you understand how to use this graph skills to solve inequalities. Yeah, there's always at least one, and they're quite difficult questions. So it's a really important skill for normal maths as well. Okay, I'm going to stop now. The reason is, I don't want to make the video too long, but I also want you to tell me which video in terms of visuality was better. What do I mean? My lights are off now. The next part, I'm going to switch the light on. I want you to tell me which one is more clear. Okay? Cheers. See you in a bit.